Hey everyone, Alan from Pro Trade here. We've now taken delivery of the brand new cordless Makita microwave. They're obviously designed for sort of ready meals, reheating up bits and bobs on the road. But we thought, we've got them in, let's test them out, try something a little more interesting. So, the Makita cordless
Microwave
runs off two 40-volt batteries. For the purposes of our test today, we were using the 40-volt 5-amp batteries. So we'll go ahead and pop them on there. Spin it around, and we're ready to get started. So first things first, the all-important chef's hat. Go ahead, pop that on, and we're ready for our first culinary delight. We'll be making a pepperoni pizza mug. Okay, to get started with our pepperoni pizza mug, we require flour, a teaspoon of salt, teaspoon of baking powder, a pinch of baking soda. We will require milk, which we've got in the Makita cooler, and oil, and we shall get the toppings later on. Okay, so first we've got the flour to go into our mug. Let's go ahead and get some of that in there. We then require some salt. Now it says 1/8 of a teaspoon. We're just going to wing that, probably about that much. We then need 1/8 teaspoon of baking powder. So we'll go ahead and wing that as well. Probably something like that. And a pinch of baking soda. So, probably something like that. We then go ahead and add...
I'm the fastest reader in the world.
3 tablespoons of milk. One tablespoon of oil, and then we're going to mix it thoroughly. Sort of like that, right there. Okay, so once you've mixed that thoroughly, remarkably, it will make a dough. So we move on to the next step, which is to add a dollop of your favourite marinara sauce. Now my production team, in their wisdom, have bought me only the finest marinara sauce, and we've got reduced salt and sugar tomato sauce. So we'll stick a dollop of that in there, like that. So that's a good dollop of that. We then move on to the toppings. So we've got shredded cheese, so we've pre-grated some of that up. We'll put a little helping of that on. Probably a bit more, who don't like cheese, let's be honest. And then the pepperoni. We did ask for pepperoni, but again, production and their wisdom bought the biggest pepperoni they could find. So we shredded some of that up as well. And just because we're trying to be a little bit bougie, we've got some mixed herbs we'll pop on there as well. Sprinkle a bit of that on the top. And all being well, this should make a lovely pepperoni pizza mug. Right then, we're all ready to get going. So we'll go ahead, we'll open the door. You'll notice there's no spinning plate like a conventional microwave. The reason for that is easy cleanup. It's much easier to wipe a flat area than it is the spinning plate. Shut the door there. On the front we've also got this removable panel so you can clean this filter out. And there is a little socket for a USB for you to charge devices from as well. On the top here we've got a selection of buttons. We've got the first one, the power button. Second one is your output. So we've got 500 watts selected, which is what we're going to cook on. If you were on 350 or you wanted 350, you can easily switch between. Twist this little knob here Set that to the time required. We're guessing at about 2 minutes for this. So we'll set that to 2 minutes, press the play button and come back and see what happens. So the recipe does say to leave it to cool for a minute or so. Whoever does that.
Ooh, you're hard, showing off.
So we'll reach in here, get the handle. It does feel hot, and it's certainly has melted the cheese. Let's give it a go. Unbelievably, it's actually gone pretty well. It's tasty, that.
I tell you what though, folks, that's bloody nice. That is bloody lovely.
So, you've had your morning snack, now we're moving on to lunchtime. We're being a little bit more ambitious for this. We're going for macaroni fromage. For those of you that don't speak French, it's mac and cheese. Or in our instance, it's going to be penne and cheese, because yet again, production's bought the wrong pasta. Let's get on with it. Okay, so let's get our ingredients ready. We've got our penne pasta. We're then going to need the butter, milk, cheese, and of course a bowl to put it all in. Okay, so let's get started with our macaroni penne. Go ahead and chuck some of that in your bowl. Where are you going to chuck? Just something. A couple of handfuls in. Probably about enough. And then your milk. I've already measured some milk out, so we'll go ahead and pour that in there as well. We'll cover that, pierce a few holes, and we'll pop it in the microwave. Okay, so that's covered and pierced. We're going to pop that in here, and we're going to put it on for 3.5 minutes. The instructions do say we've got to do 3 times, so this will be the first go. We'll make sure it's on high. 3.5 minutes. Off we go.
Okay, let's go.
So that's been through its 3rd cycle now. The milk has leaked out a little bit. As it's not motorised, the Makita microwave, it's nice and easy clean up, so we can just simply grab one of our wipes, wipe over the plate, and we're clean to go again. The next stage of this is to add butter and cheese. So we are going to add 1 teaspoon of butter, about that much. And cheese simply says enough. So we've grated a bit of a mix of cheese, and we're just going to add a load in here. Really cram that in. Give that a bit of a mix, and we'll put it back in the microwave just for a final sort of 40 seconds or so, just to really melt all that in and just finish off cooking the pasta. Okay, so let's have the last 40 seconds just to melt the cheese and the butter we added. We'll go ahead and cover it.
Oh, that's hot. That's hot.
It certainly melted it very well. Just to add a little bit of pizzazz, we've got some cut up pepperoni as well.
Oh my God! Wow!
And voila, 1 mac and cheese with pepperoni.
Yeah, boy.
So give it a try. Again, pretty decent. Probably wanted a little bit more in just to soften the pasta up, but it's not overly crunchy. So you've had your snack, you've had your lunch, you're on your afternoon sweet treat now. And for that, it's peanut butter jelly time. We're thinking peanut butter with strawberry jam brownies. Okay, step 1 to our strawberry jam and peanut butter brownie is to make the peanut butter mix. For that, we need the peanut butter, we need the butter, a spoon, and a bowl to mix them in. So, refer to the cheat sheet. We need to mix 75 grams of butter to 50 grams of peanut butter. Again, we're going to wing it. Probably something like that. And I'm a fan of peanut butter, so probably go a bit heavy with this one.
Does it feel good?
Probably that amount. We'll mix that up, we'll pop that in the microwave for around sort of 40 to 50 seconds. That should mix it up and melt it quite nicely. Right, so we've had that in the microwave there for 40 seconds. We've mixed it up, it's lovely and smooth. We've allowed it to cool a little bit. Add an egg, that's the next step for us. Throw that into the bin. We'll just mix the egg into this as well. And you'll see here we've sprayed a little tub just with some spray light. Right then, go ahead and tip all that into there. Just like so. The next step for us there is to add in the flour, the sugar and the cocoa powder. So we'll grab all of those. We're going to go ahead and add 50 grams of flour. Again, we're sort of winging this. Something like that perhaps. These are going to be very sweet apparently.
Are you sure about that?
We're adding 100 grams of sugar. I'm going to assume that's sort of 2 tablespoons. And then just a small amount of 25 grams of cocoa powder. Now this isn't any old cocoa powder. We did ask production just for chocolate powder. We've got the orangiest hot chocolate powder we could find. We'll then go ahead and mix all this together. Okay, so we've given that a real good mix. It's gone into this sort of thick sort of mix there. Next thing we'll do, just going to create some little craters, it says, with a little spoon. We're going to fill these craters with jam. We'll put it into the microwave for, it's an unusual sort of 800 watt microwave, it says 3 to 4 minutes. We're going to put it in for 6. We're completely guessing at that and sort of see how well it goes. Okay, so we've had that in there for 6 minutes. I've taken it out off camera purely because it's very hot. But there we have it. You do have to leave it according to the recipe for 15 minutes to cool down.
Daddy, chill.
What the hell is even that? Apparently the heat will keep it cooking. They're the chefs, I'm not. So we'll pop this to one side, we'll let that cool down and finish cooking and whatnot, and then we'll do a little taste test on it. So we've left this for about 10 minutes or so to cool down. The brownie has sort of gone quite firm, does still feel quite hot at the bottom, so I'm not quite sure if it is fully set, but let's give it a go. It certainly does seem to be solid. Probably could have done with a little bit more sugar, but it's definitely brownie. Not very sweet, but I think that's down to me making it wrong and not necessarily the way it's been cooked. Okay, so there we have it, 3 tasty meals, and all done with the same 40 volt 5 amp batteries. Battery 1 is down to 1 bar after doing that. Battery 2 is still on 2 bars currently. When we first had the idea of doing this video and cooking meals from scratch, seeing how they go, I was a little unsure, wasn't really sure what would happen. You know, it's brand new, not been tried yet. Must admit, every meal has come out hot, fully cooked and tasty. So whether you're a tradesman, out and about, want some hot food, or you go camping, for example, or stop over at sports events, there's many uses for this that I can see it being suitable for, and you'll end up with a lovely hot meal every time. If you did enjoy this video, please do give us a like and a follow. Also head over to our Instagram and TikTok channels. There's lots of fun content on there. See you in the next video.